Hey guys, how's it going? Rich here from Lifted Off-Road, and aka the liftedlife.com. And I know it's this video is about the Fender Flares that I created several years ago, and how they're lasting up, how they're holding up. So follow me, and let me get this camera flipped around, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. There you go. See. Got some Fender Flares on the side. I installed these a couple of years ago. They've been across country once. They've got a few thousand other miles on them, and they're holding up almost like the day I put them on. Maybe, that one might have worked its way loose a little bit, but it's not too much different. And what do you expect after so many miles? But still, the rest of it is on here pretty solid. So that's about the same. But yeah, the rest of it's on here pretty solid. And the same goes for the other side. So these things have lasted pretty good. Got the homemade Fender Flares that I made in one of my other videos. And I put those on here to cover the tires. In a lot of states, your tires have to be covered by the Fender Flare. You can't have them sticking out. I've mentioned this before in other videos I've made, but before I even moved back to the States, when this truck was still in Guam, I knew I was coming here, so I went ahead and made these. And so yeah, these Fender Flares have come all the way from Guam intact. I know this side's pretty dark, that's why I'm on the other side, but it's the same on this side. So you can add that to the list of the adventure of the homemade Fender Flares. I put them on in Guam. They lasted the ship ride over to California, and then the wife and I drove the truck across country. And on top of all the local driven miles that I've got on them, and they've lasted pretty good. Oh, let me get under here and see what I did. Showed it before. I know that's not gonna show up very good, but you can kind of see the bolts in there. Like every 2 inches or so, I put a sheet metal screw all the way around the inside, and those screws are screwed on to the inner lip of this plastic Fender Flare that's the factory. So I got them all screwed into the plastic around the factory Fender Flare. And I cut it to length down to almost, not quite the middle of the axle, but almost down there. I don't know if they're gonna say anything about that or not. They didn't last time, but that's how I have it held on. I just screwed it in there. So yeah, if you're having problems passing state inspection because your tires stick out too far, and you need a cheap, affordable Fender Flare put on, come to the Lifted Off-Road shop. I'll be able to help you out with that. Got on both sides. Just got to get some of that material from the store and measure it out, cut it to length, and screw them in there. It turned out pretty good. So far I haven't needed them for the back. I'm not sure if the back would look as good. The back, I don't know, maybe. I never really considered it because I didn't need it. Maybe someday I'll put some on the back. I don't think it needs it though. As far as looks go, I mean, the black is awesome. They don't need painting. They match the black. I think they look pretty good. Maybe it would look better if I put them on the rear too as well. Possibly. But at the time I was just worried about the front. So, and that seemed to work. I think they turned out pretty good. Pretty durable. Like I said, they've lasted a few years and many miles. So yeah, if you're having trouble, if you'd like to get some flares put on your Jeep or truck like this one, so it'll pass inspection, come on down to the Lifted Off-Road shop. and I will do what I can to help you out. Anyway, this is Rich. Get this flipper back around. Anyway, this is Rich from Lifted Off Road, aka theliftedlife.com. That'll be about it for me for now. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe, do all that stuff. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you on the trails or on the other side or somewhere. In the meantime, have fun and be lifted. Later.